Hi everybody, this is iNok. In this video, I'll share Japanese fast food. It's fast, cheap, and tasty. Let's go! In this video, I'll share 9 Japanese food. I usually share great food in Japan, but fast food is also great. We can't miss it. While traveling a country, we usually search and select great food and restaurants. However, situation is not perfect sometimes, like restaurants are temporarily closed. We need to rush, etc. In that case, fast food restaurants are very useful. It's fast food chain, but it tastes and costs excellent. We can't underestimate it. Many Japanese people have food at these shops every day. This video absolutely helps your time in Japan. Enjoy the video and let me know your favorite fast food chain in Japan. Okay, let's get started.
Please subscribe my channel.
Number 1. Gyudon. Speaking of fast food in Japan, it's Gyudon. I guess Gyudon is the most popular and common fast food in Japan. Gyu means beef. Don means rice ball in Japanese. So simmered beef and onion are topped on rice is Gyudon. It costs only $3 for medium size of Gyudon. It's amazingly cheap and so much filling to have it all. It tastes sweet and salty soy sauce. Beef is thinly sliced, but it's chewy and flavorful. Rice is also seasoned by Gyudon sauce. Once we have beef and rice together, wave of happiness spreads all over the mouth. If you like sour or spicy flavor, it's nice to put red pickled ginger and ground chili pepper. These make Gyudon refresh and punchy. Famous Gyudon chains are Yoshinoya, Matsuya, and Sukiya. Those are really similar, and Gyudon tastes pretty the same, but there are some differences, so I'll share them from Yoshinoya. Yoshinoya serves Gyudon and some other dishes. Kinds of dishes are less than other two shops. Matsuya also serves Gyudon, but kinds of dishes are more than the other two shops. It serves varieties of dishes with pocket-friendly prices. Sukiya is also Gyudon shop. It serves various kinds of Gyudon more than other two shops. Kare also tastes good, but it doesn't serve many kinds of Japanese dishes. If you think which one is the best of all shops serves good Gyudon, but I would say Yoshinoya serves tastiest Gyudon. Matsuya is good for various menu. Sukiya is good for variety style of Gyudon. It all depends on your favor. All shops serves great Gyudon with reasonable prices. Number 2. Soba Noodles. It's so reasonable and quick to serve and have. Soba noodles are great Japanese food. We can have hot soba noodles or cold soba noodles. We can enjoy it any seasons. It's the most famous noodles in Japan. I'll share from hot noodles called kakesoba. Kakesoba is soba noodles in hot bonito broth soy sauce based soup. We usually have it in the winter. It's usually very cheap. We can have it only $3. It's the simplest and most famous soba noodles. Only soba noodles are not enough to be full, so Japanese usually has noodles with some toppings. I usually prefer to have kakiage tempura for kakesoba. Kakiage is deep fried mixed vegetables. It's very crispy and we can enjoy various tastes of vegetables. Cold noodles are called morisoba. People usually have it in the summer. Morisoba is cooked by cold water, and soba and dipping sauce are served separately. Because noodles are cooled, texture is slightly harder than kakesoba. We can have noodles themselves, but noodles taste too light, so we usually have them with dipping sauce. Morisoba sauce tastes richer and saltier compared to kakesoba soup. I prefer morisoba than kakesoba because I like harder texture, and I feel like I can directly taste soba noodles. We normally have chopped green onion and dipping sauce for morisoba. Sauce is same as the kakesoba soup, but it's much more concentrated. Japanese usually has green onion with morisoba. Just putting green onion to dipping soup, and then dip soba noodles into dipping soup and have noodles. Famous soba noodles chain are Udon, Komoro-soba, and Fujisoba. These three shops are pretty much the same. Those serve great quality and reasonable soba noodles. They usually have a menu with images or food imitations in front of the shops, so I think you won't get in trouble with orderings. All shops are almost equal, but I prefer Udon the most. Number 3. Udon Noodles. Soba noodles are good, but udon noodles are also fantastic. I just shared famous noodles in Japan, which are soba noodles, but udon noodles are also famous. We have soba noodles lovers and udon noodles lovers in Japan. Soba is thin and soba flour based noodles. We enjoy soba-san and feeling good going down. In contrast, udon is much thicker and flour based noodles. We enjoy texture and chewiness. We can select and take self-serve tempura at the counter. This style is recently very common at udon noodles restaurants. There are normally around 10 kinds of tempura, so take tempura and arrange udon that you want. Menu looks very good. We can choose quite many different style udon noodles. Famous udon noodles restaurants are Hanamaru Udon and Marugame-seven. Taste, quality, service, and price are almost the same. You might see how to make udon at the shop. It's the great experience to watch it. By the way, which noodles do you prefer to have, soba or udon? For me, soba is better. Number 4. Kare. Japanese curry is the best dish in Japan. I think Kare is the most famous and common dish in Japan. From kids to elderly, everyone loves this great dish. Japanese curry is slightly different from other countries' curry. It's really thick and woozy. We usually put some spices, vegetables, and meat. Common vegetables are carrot, potato, and onion. Depending on shops or family, some other extra vegetables are used. We usually use beef for curry, but we can use pork, chicken, or any other meat for curry. It's not usually spicy, and it has great scent of curry spices. Mild and mellow curry sauce is Japanese curry. I love topping tonkatsu when I have curry at the curry restaurant. Crispy deep fried pork and Japanese curry are wonderful. Kokoichi is the most famous Japanese curry chain in Japan. We can have curry with many kinds of toppings. I shared about tonkatsu a little bit, so let's focus on tonkatsu next. Number 5. Tonkatsu. It's simple deep fried pork, but this is great. Somebody might say tonkatsu is not fast food, but we have tonkatsu chains and we can have it with reasonable price, so I put it in the video. Tonkatsu is also one of the famous dishes in Japan. Tonkatsu is usually served as combo. We can have miso soup and pickled veggies together. Tonkatsu is deep fried pork coated by breadcrumb. Outside is really crispy and pork is tender yet chewy. We can recently see some tonkatsu specialized shops around Tokyo. And now, there are some low temperature cooking tonkatsu shops too. We can have amazingly tender layered tonkatsu over there. Back to this tonkatsu. Normal tonkatsu is usually cooked to inside, so no worries about food poisoning. We usually put gooey special tonkatsu sauce to tonkatsu. It's slightly sweet and thick salty sauce. Tonkatsu sauce makes tonkatsu even tastier. We can have lots of rice with tonkatsu. If we want some stimulations, it's better to put Japanese mustard called karashi. It's a little bit fiery, but it's so refreshing and fragrant. We have some tonkatsu chains in Japan, but I think Wako is the best one. It has English menu, and the greatest point of Wako is we can refill free for rice, miso soup, and cabbage. Wako also says obento too. How about tonkatsu for your lunch or dinner? Wow, Wako's katsudon looks nice. Let's see katsudon next. Number 6. Katsudon. It could be the best Japanese dish for me. Katsudon is tonkatsu simmered by sweet soy sauce broth soup and beaten egg on rice bowl. Tonkatsu itself is good, but simmered with sauce and beaten egg are even better. Because it's simmered, tonkatsu becomes soft and fluffy. It absorbs so much tasty soup. Tonkatsu is still chewy, but I feel like it tastes better and meatier. Simmered soup tastes pretty rich, so beaten egg makes it mild. Fluffy and half-boiled beaten egg tastes excellent. Katsudon juice nicely seasoned rice too. I can have rice only with this rich taste juice. Rice lovers can't stand and stop having rice ever. Having tonkatsu and rice could be the best combination in the world. Only one bite can make you happy. A famous katsudon chain is Katsuya. We can also have tonkatsu at the shop. Katsuya sells lunchbox as well. Rice bowl is a great dish in Japan. Let's see other Japanese rice bowl dish. Number 7. Tendon. I think you know tempura, but how about tendon? Tendon is tempura with tendon sauce topped on rice. Tempura will be changed depending on shops or seasons, but I think shrimp will be included. Sauce tastes slightly sweet and tempura is very crispy. Tendon is usually served with miso soup. Miso soup is very famous soup in Japan. We got dried seaweed for topping for this miso soup. Today, I got shrimp, squid, filled fish, white meat fish, and squash for this tendon. It's really cheap. It's only $4 for one bowl of tendon. We can enjoy seasonal ingredients in one bowl. Tendon is less familiar than gyudon or soba noodles, but it's a great dish that we should try. Tenya is the most famous tendon chain in Japan. It serves various kinds of tendon, so find your favorite tendon. Tendon and soba combo is pretty nice. By the way, my favorite one is basic normal tendon. Number 8. Sushi. This is now also categorized as fast food in Japan. Sushi used to be very expensive food in Japan, but these days we can have sushi with very reasonable prices. We can have a sushi only $1 for each plate. $1 is really cheap, but kind of sushi is amazing. We can choose from over 50 kinds. I'm showing my sushi dishes. Those cost only $10 to have. It's amazing, isn't it? Which sushi is your favorite? Let me know in the comment box. It used to be Conveyor Belt Sushi Restaurant, but unfortunately no more Conveyor Belt Sushi anymore. We got tragedy. So that sushi is now served order by order. We can choose sushi and make some orders from the tablet. This is very convenient. And sushi is coming to us on the special conveyor line. I ordered 8 kinds of sushi for examples, and every single sushi looks amazing. It's really honorable to have sushi only $1 in Japan. Even though it costs only $1, but it tastes excellent. It's really fresh, moist, chewy, soft and fatty. We can't stop eating sushi. There are some famous sushi chains in Japan, which are Sushiro, Kurashi, and Hamasushi. Those are pretty much the same, and sushi tastes really good. I posted a video about the comparison between those cheap sushi chains. Please have a look if you like. Number 9. Ramen. Ramen is now the most famous Japanese food in the world. I've shared a lot of different style flavored ramen on this channel, such as shoyu, soy sauce, shio, salt, miso, tonkatsu, and unique one, cafe, blue soup, tsukemen, dripping style ramen, mazesoba, soupless ramen, and extremely spicy ramen. Every one of ramen is memorable for me. I have a playlist about ramen in Japan. It's so much pleasure if you wouldn't mind watching it. Ramen now becomes our culture. We can enjoy so much different style flavored ramen in Japan. We cannot have all ramen by a person, but I'm sure we can find our favorite ramen. I can't recommend the best ramen in Japan. I guess no one can do that. So I'll share some my recommended ramen in Tokyo by categories. For shoyu ramen, Ramen Shima is great. This is the #1 ramen shop, and full flavor of bonito soup is amazing. For shio ramen, Michelin star shop, Konjiki Hototokisu is good. Soup is simple, but it tastes so rich of seasoning and clamshell. For miso ramen, Domiso is really nice. Miso is really thick and tasty. For tonkatsu ramen, #1 tonkatsu ramen shop, Kenta is great. Its traditional very thick and strong tonkatsu are awesome. For tsukemen, dipping style ramen, this is easy. Kinryu is very good. Kombu sweet tsukemen is so tasty. For mazesoba, soupless ramen. I had only one mazesoba on this channel. Ramen Ratsuki is really tasty. For spicy ramen, I suggest 2 ramen. One is Kikambo. It's famous for spicy ramen for level level. Another one is Yamada. Ramen called Gekara is the one that I couldn't have it all. This ramen is honestly terribly spicy. There are tons of more great ramen in Japan. If you have any suggestions or your favorite ramen, please let me know. So this is all about fast food in Japan. There's other great fast food we can have, but I can't share all, so maybe next time. And I just shared famous chains for each food, but we of course have other wonderful chains too. My presentation is just a sample of famous food and chains. When you come to Japan, please remember this. Local restaurants are great, but also fast food chains are fantastic. Thank you for watching the video till the end. I hope this video helped your travel and enjoy your trip in Japan. I hope you enjoyed my video. These are my recommendation videos that you may like. Please click like button and subscribe my YouTube channel and follow my social medias. This is all of today. Have a good day and good night. Bye!